Can you believe it? Our Kombi and caravan have now travelled through Australia and New Zealand, and we can finally say that Izzy and Bella have safely arrived into their new incredible destination.
Welcome to Japan!
Wow, this moment feels so surreal. Izzy is idling beautifully in the busiest intersection in the world, right here in Tokyo. We are excited to fully immerse ourselves in this deeply rooted traditional country that has globally been respected for their culinary techniques that are admired and recreated across the globe. Japan is now our third country we have chosen to bring our home on wheels to, and as a family we cannot wait to discover what it has to offer.
Tsukiji fish market, and here they've got this thing that's pretty famous here, wagyu and uni, which is like sea urchin. We're very accustomed to these in New Zealand, but first time I've had wagyu with it, eh? So anyway, bit of wasabi, bit of salt.
You did that wrong.
Oh, it's like a salty taste. I like it. That's good, eh?
Oh, it's soft.
It's super good. The sea urchin just like makes it, I reckon. What do you think?
Wow, yeah, like it's beef and beef, mate.
Beef and meat.
Beef and beef. It's interesting, but the wagyu is like
Unreal. I rate
sea
it.
urchin's a bit different to what we get at home.
Yeah, really nice.
Well, that's a
There you go,
first.
first time ever. I'll do it again too.
Which is a district here that has amazing handmade Japanese knives. I already use kazumis. I absolutely love kazumis. They're a beautiful knife that are accessible throughout the whole world, but I think this is going to be a really special time to find something that's unique for me while we're here in Japan. There are so many places to choose from, so let's go see what we can find. In love with Japanese knives for many years, and today I had the opportunity to find my own. Japanese knives have been respected for centuries for their meticulous craftsmanship, their sophisticated techniques, and I'm seeking today a santoku. It is designed as an all-purpose knife that is both beautiful and accurate. They are made from high-quality steel using techniques that originated from making samurai swords, which is pretty cool. Santoku knife, which I've dreamed of having for so many years. I didn't think I was going to find one today, but we discovered them at Kamata and it is absolutely stunning. The people there were amazing. They've also engraved it with Japanese characters and my name, which is so pretty. It's a chef's knife, so it's going to be great for vegetables, for meat and for fish. So I think I'm going to be using this a lot over our time here in Japan. So let's go find some recipes and get cooking.
Number is it? Just one bit. Perfect.
beautiful temple. I remember coming here when Riley was I think he was not quite walking, and people just like lost it over this fat baby crawling around. Anyway, it's so nice to be back here. It's really pretty, but for the first time ever we've decided to do their Fuji fortune, which there's boxes all around the whole temple where you can basically test your fortune, and are big believers here in Japan about what brings good luck. So we've all just pulled out our little notes one by one and got some pretty good luck happening here, so we all feel very good about being here. Let's go have a look around. Good day today. We started off at Tsukiji market where we had some beautiful tuna and the kids enjoyed some inari. We had some salmon. It was a great start to our day. Before we made our way to Kookbook where we picked up a beautiful knife. I cannot wait to get that out and get that in action. And then we made our way to Tsukiji where we were here at the temple and we had our fortunes read. We're all pretty stoked about our fortunes before we took a little walk to grab a bite to eat, and that's where we are here now. Lockie's devouring his yakitori.
I love yakitori. Well, this is your standard yakitori. It's chicken thigh, and this is one that's called shio, which is just salt. It comes in two flavors. It's shio and tare. Tare is with sauce. This is shio with just straight salt, and it's amazing. You wouldn't believe that just salt on a chicken skewer could be so good, but it's amazing. And this is called, hey, arigato. This is tare. Right, in perfect timing. This is tare. So this is the one where that's the sauce all over it. And it's just beautiful. It's sweet, it's caramelized, and the charcoal they cook it over is called binchiton, and it gives it this beautiful smoky flavor. And then lastly, we have this one. This one's called tsukiji, which normally comes with like raw egg and you dip it in the raw egg. But luckily for me, because I'm not a big fan of raw egg, this is just straight with a little bit of tare sauce. So, it's amazing, and the kids love it. And you love it. Everything is good.
We heard a little whisper that we hope is true, that Japan has some of the most amazing camping, and we are really looking forward to experiencing it all for ourselves. We wasted no time, and I turned to Lockie as we drove out asking him where we should go. We decided to go and visit the iconic Mount Fuji. We were so excited to start our first camping trip off in Japan with a big bang. Despite making a few wrong turns, our excitement was not dampened, and we soon found the perfect camping spot. So let's go set up and cook my yakitori from my cookbook for dinner. Had our fire blazing for a little while now and just let it all burn down and popped in some of our charcoal. Now we love bichitan charcoal. We've been using it in Australia for quite some time now, and obviously coming here to Japan means that it is readily available. So we've got some of that going on there now. It's kiln dried Japanese charcoal. It has the most amazing flavour to it, and it's one of those flavours that actually runs through the meat, so you don't need a lot of extra flavouring when it comes to your chicken or whatever you're cooking over the coals. It just adds this like phenomenal flavour. So we're going to start though, however, making our yakitori, which you can find in my cookbook. I make a tare sauce, which is just like literally 3 condiments. So we've got a sake, soy and mirin, and then we chuck in some garlic, a little bit of ginger, some brown sugar and a dash of water, and let that just turn into a beautiful syrup over the coals while we prep up our chicken skewers. Okay, so we're gonna start. Vegetarian. Right, and they are ready, and they smell and look so good, nice and caramelized. Elsie's just woken up. Alba, what do you think? What I'm going to do with the end of this sauce is I'm just going to cut my bok choy into halves and put them on the grill as well. So if you've got any leftover sauce, it's always great to use it up on vegetables or any other meat. It goes really well, or else you can just store it for the next time you make it. But for now, let's get into it. You want one? And that's our first night here camping under Mount Fuji in Japan with our Kombi and caravan. We've had an amazing start since Izzy and Bella have arrived in Japan. The roads are beautiful, the grass is green, and the sights are just breathtaking. We can't wait to see what's around the corner as we explore this incredible country. And now that this wait is over, we're excited to share our Japanese camping adventure with you all.